Hey, I thought that it might be helpful to do a quiz tutorial, how to create a quiz in Canvas. So here I am in my dashboard, and I'm going to actually create my quiz in a sandbox. Okay, this is not a class that's published, but I can give you all the details. Alright, so I'm going to create a new module called quizzes, and let's say that, oh, actually, I tell you what, in order to make everything a little clearer, personally, I think modules need to have a certain category or like a certain topic. So this module will be Count of Monte Cristo. That way, anytime a student is missing something, I thought, well, it's in the Count of Monte Cristo. You know, if you're missing Count of Monte Cristo quiz 5, then you know where to find it. How you do that's entirely up to you, okay? So, just so anytime you create a new module, it appears all the way at the bottom. I don't like that, because then I have to scroll every time. So, if you'll just grab these little bars right here, click and drag, you can move it wherever you want. Sorry, I'm getting some emails. Okay, so I'm going to open my module, and I'm going to add a quiz. Okay, this will be a new quiz, and this will be CMC Quiz 2, actually. Now, for those of you who are interested in syncing your Canvas gradebook with your PowerSchool gradebook, everything in Canvas has to be set up and worded exactly the same way as your PowerSchool setup. And when I say exactly the same way, I'm talking about so far as the words capitalized the same. Okay. So let's say that in my PowerSchool, I have a 20% for assignments, whatever. So I could leave assignments, but I'll show you how to do that in another tutorial. All right, so and you know it's a quiz because you have a little airplane or rocket icon. So I open up that quiz. This quiz is unpublished. That's good because I don't have any questions. So I need to do all my editing now. All right, this will be a graded quiz. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. This will be a graded quiz. I'm counting in assignments, but again, we'll talk about that later. You may want to sync to PowerTeacher Pro. If you do, you can certainly click that button. You can even set a time limit on this. So if kids are messing around or you just want to give them 30 minutes to complete this quiz, you can do the time limit and then 30 minutes. You can allow multiple attempts. All right, let students see their quiz responses only once, or let them see the correct answers. You don't have to let them see anything. Okay, so you can unclick that button. They don't see nothing until you're ready for them to. You can have the quiz show one question at a time, or you can have it show all the questions. It's entirely up to you. You can require an access code, and you can filter IP addresses. Now, I don't know much about the filtering IP addresses. I'll try to find out more about that if you're interested. But this access code would just allow students in your class to take this quiz. So, I've never used it before. I've never seen any need. I didn't think there were people out there just excited to do other folks' work, but whatever. So you could even just assign this quiz to certain people. You don't have to assign it to everybody. That's up to you. You set your dates. You can open it. Let's say I wanted this quiz to be done today, okay? But I'm going to make it available from today all the way until Friday, okay? Because I've got some people who are absent. So those folks who are absent, they've got until Friday to take this quiz. All right, so then I'm going to click Save. Okay. But I'm still not done. I need to edit again. Now this box are as it says right here, your quiz instructions. Okay. So my quiz instructions are take this reading quiz on Count of Monte Cristo. You may not use your book. We were doing this in class. I don't know. Now I'm going to come over to this tab for questions. All right. So I want to add a new question. Now, to keep everything simple, I've already created a quiz. Okay. And so I'm just going to, I do most of my quizzes in Google Forms, which if that's something you're interested in, I'll be glad to show you how to do that. But I'm just going to copy and paste my information, okay, just to keep it simple. All right, so I'm copying this question, and this will be question 1, okay. I'll put the question here. It says question. Now, you could also link a video. You could have them watch a video and then answer a question. You could link a website, read this article, and answer this question. Put an image in there. I mean, there's a lot of different things you can do, which is kind of neat. Then underneath your question, you have your answer. So I need to put my correct answer there. And this is my correct answer. And then get your other choices and pop. Oh, hello, sorry. And pop those in. Now you could add another answer if you wanted to, whatever. And then you click Update Question. Okay. And then when I'm ready to add a new question, I put New Question, obviously. And then I would add all my multiple choice questions. All right, so I'm going to actually set this question up as a short answer. Okay, so question 2 is not multiple choice. It is, we'll do fill in the blank. Okay. Actually, I don't want to do fill in the blank. What do I want to do? Okay, I will do fill in the blank. The serpent is, and then they have to complete the answer. The possible answer would be Madame de Villefort. Okay, another possible answer might be MDM de Villefort. Another way they might enter it would be de Villefort's wife. Another way they might enter it would be Villefort's wife. You see what I'm doing here? I have to consider, if I'm going to do some sort of fill in the blank, I have to consider every possible way that the students would type it. That's why I don't do much fill in the blank, because I know I'm going to miss one of them. All right. So these are all the possible answers, and I could add other possible answers that would be correct, and then click Update Question. Okay. Now, I've never really used the new question group, but you could do your first group of questions could be about Chapter 5. Your second group of questions could be about Chapter 6. Okay, so they would get a different. The student would be alerted that these questions in this group go with a certain chapter. Okay. And then I'm going to click Save and Publish. All right. I know there's not a lot here. And then let me show you what that quiz is going to look like. So from a student's view. Oh, I got to leave student view because I didn't publish it. Can't see what's not published. Y'all remember that. There we go. Now it's published. So, settings, student view. Alright, so I need to take this quiz. I'm going to click Take the Quiz. And that's what the student sees. Okay? Because I did not set my quiz up to show one question at a time, so the students would just scroll through their questions. Okay? And then let's say the answer to this one is, I'm going to actually get this one wrong. And then the serpent is Madame de Villefort. And I'm going to submit my quiz. Okay. The correct answers are hidden because I didn't want them to see that. All right? But they can see their current score. Okay, 1 out of 2. It also will show them how much time they spent on it. Now the nice thing for you, let's leave student view. Okay, let's go to moderate this quiz, or either speed grader, either one. I'll see that person who, everybody's name is going to appear over here. I'm going to see how many times they attempted, and I set it up to only allow them 1 attempt, but you could allow them 2 or 3. It's up to you. I get to see how much time they spent on that quiz, which I think is pretty handy. And then I could click on that edit button. Everyone gets 1 attempt. Maybe I want to give this person another attempt. Maybe I'm just feeling sorry for them. So I'll give them 1 additional attempt. And then I'll save that. Now test student can go back in and retake that quiz. Okay. If I go back up here, I can go to speed grader. And that's going to show me each individual student's quiz and which ones they missed specifically, you know, what answer they put, whatever. Okay. So maybe there was something there, maybe I need to give them an extra point, I could do that. Or if I wanted to make a comment about their quiz, I could do that. Okay. Sorry, getting all these emails. So let's go back to the quiz again, and let's look at quiz statistics. And this is where you're going to get your question breakdown. Okay. Now it says there's no quiz statistics available, but you could click on student analysis. All right, and it's going to generate a report for you. That'll open it in Excel or whatever. Now keep in mind, I only have 1 student take the test. All right, so that I don't really have much data to look at there. Item analysis would do the same thing. And you could see which questions that they're missing, okay, the most. All right. Now, I have not used these tools in a long time, but I have found that most things in Canvas are pretty easy to figure out once you get in there and you start looking at stuff. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it at that. All right, so there you go. Now you know how to create a quiz, and you know how to set it up. You know how to enter your questions. You know what the different groups are. You know how to grade the quiz. You know how to give the student extra chances if they need it. I think you've learned a lot in this little tutorial. All right, let me know what else you need.